Good morning. It is a beautiful morning. We're gonna go check the corn. We're gonna check the whole garden because it's pretty cold. It's like 43 degrees, and the sun just came out, so it'll warm up. You know, probably to 70 today, I think it said. But we have a cold week, and you know the potential for frost is pretty high this week. Even though it is August something, maybe like a light frost. So I think a lot of this stuff will take it, but I guess we'll see, and I'll keep checking that. And I do have some frost cloth. But what we're gonna do, I actually have this. I think it's called a scythe or a sickle. I'm not sure. It's actually my great-grandpa's. When my grandparents moved, they found it in their garden shed, and he gave it to me. He said, "Hey, you got corn?" And I said, "Yeah, this is last year." And he said, "Hey, take this." And he's like, "This is my dad's." So this is my great-grandpa's. That's kind of cool. His name was Russell, and Russell Price, and his nickname was Jigs, actually. He was a builder, actually. So, and apparently he liked to grow corn, or at least tried once, and owned a sickle. Oh wow, look at that. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but the kernels got a lot bigger in the few weeks. So like basically those ones didn't, just the end there didn't, you know, whatever, plump up. I'm thinking that means the hairs on the end ones didn't get pollinated. But look at those beautiful big kernels. Oh man, it's almost too sweet. It's cold out here, I think. It's sweeter. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully there's no bugs on the rest of it. And then I'm just gonna leave this stuff on the ground to mow. But wow, if you've never had sweet corn raw, you should try it. I mean, maybe you gotta grow it yourself for it to be good. Like I just literally just poked that out of the ground, but wow. Anyway, what I'm gonna do is go row by row and take off the ears and just throw them in here. Oh yeah, it's fine. It's still small, but it's fine. No bugs. Last year I had these white worms in them. They were kind of nasty, but this year they look fine. That first one I got was like the best one so far, so maybe I got too excited. Teddy, are you sniffing for something? Wanna try that? Okay. So I did this weed mat and I burned holes in it. And you can kind of see here, it worked pretty good. You know, the corn grew up through the holes, about 3-inch holes. And this would have been, if the corn would have grew, honestly, if it would have kept up competing with the weeds would have been crazy. So this worked pretty good. I didn't weed this one time. Good boy, Teddy. It's good, isn't it? It's good, huh? Well, that one's kind of weird. It I don't know if it's got a disease or something. It kind of made a big growth. We'll set that one aside. I just take out all the ears like that, and then I can just kind of take these corn stalks down, and then I'm on to the next row. I get, our world is so crazy that, you know, every generation grows up differently. I'm 36 and I'm a millennial, but this thing's been around for thousands of years probably, this tool, and it works so well. It's kind of got, it's not very sharp. It probably should be sharper, but you know, just the act of, I don't know if you can see that. Just the act of cutting it in a circle or an arc, like, cuts the stalk, and it blows my mind. But I don't know why it blows my mind. I think that's why I like gardening so much. It's like this primitive thing that is almost been lost to most people because they just go to the grocery store. And like, this tool should be normal, at least for farmers. And I just got one last year from my great grandpa, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever once I tried it. So I don't know if you can, that any of that makes sense. But that's why I like gardening so much. It's like so simple sometimes. Sometimes the solution is a new technique or new technology, and sometimes depending on your growing space or your soil or whatever, and sometimes it's just more effort, and you can do it a simpler way. You know, there's a way that people have been growing food for thousands of years that, you know, yeah, like I said, this is my second year growing corn, and I didn't do, I think I added compost to this bed, and I didn't add fertilizer. I think I just forgot. I was going to, but I forgot. And it turned out okay. The compost is probably enough, but corn's usually a heavy feeder. About halfway through this, and you can kind of see what I'm working with. That stalk did not have a ear on it on the outside. This one did, a big one. This one did not. This one did not, and kind of had another one of those growth things, a tiny growth thing. It's like the third one of those. And then this one had a little one. You know, not sure if those are going to be any good. This one did not. This one had a little one, and this one had a little one. And so on that one row, we got one good one. And the next row, there's probably 4 good ones. So probably what I should have done. I'm okay with that. Honestly, I didn't do anything to this corn. You know, I kind of wanted to show you. Yeah, sometimes we just show the harvest, but you know, you're not 100% success rate with every plant. And what I'm thinking now is I did these a little bit too close together, and or maybe should have or could have fed them a little bit more. The timing I think was okay. I planted these late, but they're a short day. So like, it's August, it's at the end of August right now. It's like August 30th, 31st, I'm not sure. And they had plenty of time to grow and pollinate. And actually the bugs aren't on them right now because it's a little cooler, so that's kind of nice. So that, I just kind of wanted to share what I'm doing and what I'm getting, and hopefully that's encouraging. I'm gonna do a time lapse of the rest of it here. And I'm not giving too much pressure. Or you can run it across real fast. I'm just chopping them down. Got a little nice sized bucket here. It is Labor Day weekend, so we'll probably eat some of these this weekend. I'm gonna call my mom. Call my mom back and see what she's doing today. But that will be a fun thing to do. Gather around and eat some sweet corn. I could have left that up, and it could have been a wall. I could have just snuck through and grabbed the ears off. But I'll probably leave that there till it browns up, and then I'll run it through my wood chipper right into the compost pile. Let's check the greenhouse. Looking good. I'm about ready to seed some stuff in here. I moved this plant. I got this on clearance. It's like some sort of Norfolk pine or whatever, but it was all dead. I got it for the clearance at the farm store, and trying to let it come back. Anyway, these 2 tomatoes I seeded in mid-July, so a month and a half ago, and I'm like, well, I'll try it. And this one's starting to put in the greenhouse here, you know, this one's starting to put out fruit. It's called honeycomb tomato. That's kind of cool. There's 2 plants there. I just put 2 seeds right in the ground. This one came back for a late season crop also. This one's called Gold Nugget. It's not quite as sweet as the Sun Gold, but it's good. This is all my lettuce that I need to get out and transplant. Maybe I'll do that right now. I was bottom watering it. Maybe I'll put it in this bed here. I like putting lettuce in these taller 2-foot high beds. I should have transplanted these a little earlier, but we'll see what happens here. So can you guys see that? Maybe I'll go to the other side of the bed so the sun's shining on me. But a little lettuce. I'm just gonna stick them in, and then I'll water them in pretty good after, so I don't get as muddy. I might save some of these for the greenhouse. Then I think we'll have lettuce into December, November, December potentially. I'll move the camera on this side. These lettuce seeds are 4 years old, and I've been using the same packet, you know, for, well, 4 years. And you just sprinkle a few. I did a video the other day when I seeded those other 2 beds in my fall garden, I called it. I seeded these inside for a couple days and moved them out to my front porch so I could watch them, and because it was hot back then, and they did fine. You know, you just sprinkle a few seeds right on the top of the tray, and I covered it with vermiculite, and growing lettuce is pretty easy. Like I said, it would be easier to separate them if I did this a little earlier, but I honestly forgot about them. Plus, you don't really even need to separate them as much as you think, because they'll grow together, and then you can just do the cut and come again type thing. I'm always surprised at how much some plants can take as you are separating them. You basically rip them apart by the roots, and then obviously I'm taking only the strongest ones after I do that, but I'm just going pretty deep with them. This is a lot of lettuce for one family. I'm always surprised at how much food you can actually grow. And then when you look around at the earth that God set us on, all the growing space that we have. You drive down the road, like look, there's a carrot from last time. When you drive down the road, you just see fields and fields, and I look at this little 8x4 bed and I can grow so much food in just this little space. It just blows my mind. I know I say that a lot, but this is a different one. Like tango leaf, I think it's called. I'm gonna do these a lot closer together, so I'm just gonna use my fingers and kind of do a grid pattern. Maybe I'll sit down for this. This is the nice thing about the beds. All right, we'll go water those in. Whew, I got a leak in the hose. Wow, look at this, guys. Isn't this beautiful? Come on. I was just reading today in Ecclesiastes, and well, there's a bunch of stuff in there, but as I was doing this today, the corn and the lettuce, it said there's a time to plant and a time to harvest, and today I did both. So today's one of those days where I got to harvest the corn that I planted earlier, and I got to sow some seeds earlier and then transplant this lettuce. So harvesting and planting today. I'm doing both. So that's kind of what I was thinking as I was just poking those in the ground. If there's stuff that you like to do, just enjoy it while you do it, I guess, because it doesn't last long. Like I'm already done poking those in the ground, and that's one of my favorite things to do, but I don't have any more to do. So I'm just trying to think as I'm poking them in the ground, wow, this is it right here. The sun's out. It's not hot. It's beautiful. These little lettuce plants I'm gonna watch them grow into food for my family. And then I'm surrounded by other things that I've like participated in growing. And it's just this humbling experience that I can like take part in how God provides for us. And I've said that before, but look at this. Isn't this beautiful? And look at this. Even the leak in the hose is beautiful. There's some sand hills, or blue herring, or whatever those are, flying ahead. Wow, what a day. Hope that you can get out and experience something like this. I guess that's all I got to say. Thanks for watching.